Today we're going to discuss about the metallurgy of aluminium in periodic classification of elements, unit 8, chapter 8 in chemistry. So we have seen the terminologies in metallurgy and the properties of in metallurgy, and now we're going to see the metallurgy of aluminium. Aluminium is the metal found most abundantly in the earth crust. So aluminium is a metal seen most in earth crust. Since it is a reactive metal, it occurs in combined state. So it is a reactive metal and it occurs in the combined state. Combined state in the natural. The important ores of aluminium are as follows. Ores of aluminium formula. Bauxite Al2O3 into 2H2O. Cryolite Na3Alf6. Corundum Al2O3. So these are the ores of aluminium. We are going to see the bauxite ore. That is the aluminium is extracted from the bauxite ore. Conversion of bauxite into alumina. That process is called Bayer's process. The bauxite ore is finally ground and heated under pressure with a solution of concentrated caustic soda solution at 150 degrees Celsius to obtain sodium meta-aluminate. What means the bauxite ore is finely grind, that is, it is made into a powder and heated at the pressure with the caustic soda NaOH. Okay, Al2O3 is reacted with, that is, the Al2O3 is finely ground into powder and it is treated with caustic soda NaOH at 150 degrees Celsius, that is 150 degrees Celsius, to obtain sodium meta-aluminate. So Al2O3, this is the bauxite ore. It is added with NaOH, that is caustic soda solution. While adding this Al2O3 and NaOH, you get sodium meta-aluminate. And next step. On dilating the sodium meta-aluminate with water, a precipitate of aluminium hydroxide is formed. So, sodium meta-aluminate, this one. So, add H2O. So, while adding, that is diluting itself, this is in concentrated one. You have to dilute means you have to add water. So, sodium meta-aluminate was added with water. During that time, you will get aluminium hydroxide plus NaOH, sodium hydroxide. So, we need this sodium, that is sodium hydroxide we doesn't consider. We have to consider AlOH3, that is aluminium hydroxide. The precipitate is filtered, washed, dried and ignited at 1000 degrees Celsius to get alumina. So, this precipitate aluminium hydroxide was filtered. First we have to filter and that is you have to filter and wash it and heat it with 1000 degrees Celsius. What you will get? You get the alumina. So you get the Al3, that is Al2O3, that is the alumina you had got it. So in Bayer's process, the first step is, that is bauxite, that is Al2O3 reacts with NaOH to give sodium meta-aluminate plus water. This is the first reaction. Now that sodium meta-aluminate is treated with water to dilute, you will get sodium, that is sodium hydroxide and aluminium hydroxide. Now you have to take this aluminium hydroxide. The aluminium hydroxide is washed, filtered and ignited means and heated with 1000 degrees Celsius to get alumina. Okay. So this one process. Next process is electrolytic reduction of alumina, Hall's process. So the aluminium is produced by a electrolytic reduction of fused alumina Al2O3 in the electrolytic cell. Cathode, the iron tank lined with graphite. Anode, a bunch of graphite rods suspended in molten electrolyte. Pure alumina, molten cryolite and fluorspar. So why this fluorspar is used means to avoid the fusion temperature in electrolyte. So first, this is a tank, and this one is the cathode where the graphite, that is, you can see here, no, the graphite, that is, a tank was lined with the graphite, this portion, that is, it is made up of graphite. And this one is the bar which contain graphite bunches, that is graphite bars in bunches, that is graphite rods. Okay, here we can, so graphite rods, that is seen in the anode. Okay, and the electrolyte here they used is molten aluminium, that is cryolite, plus pure alumina, molten cryolite plus pure alumina plus fluorspar are added here. Okay, in molten, so cryolite was here and molten alumina was here, plus that is fluorspar is used for to avoid the fusion temperature in the electrolyte. So this side it is cathode one, here the graphite sheet was, okay, the graphite is taken, and this is an anode bar which contain the rods of graphite. Inside this, a molten aluminium plus cryolite plus that is fluorspar is there. Okay, and now you're going to give the temperature 900 to 950 degrees Celsius in this process. So how much the temperature? 900 to 950 degrees Celsius is given, and the voltage is 5 to 6 voltage. Here you are giving the current, no, the current is 5 to 6 volts. So 5 to 6 volts you are giving. So now by giving that, the overall reaction Al2O3 gives aluminium plus oxygen. So what happens means, by giving the temperature at 900 to 950 degrees Celsius and the voltage is 5 to 6, what happens means, the reaction takes place, that is here you are having Al2O3, the aluminium and oxygen, that is the oxygen and aluminium was separated. The reaction, that is the Al2O3 gives Al, that is aluminium plus oxygen. The aluminium settles in the cathode and the oxygen in the anode. Okay, so you can see the aluminium is deposited at cathode and oxygen gas is liberated in the anode. So that is, here you can see the aluminium is settles or deposited on the cathode side, and the oxygen moves to the anode side. Now the oxygen combines with graphite. Graphite is a carbon source. It combines with the graphite to form carbon dioxide. Okay, now you understand about the Hall's process now. Next we move on to the physical properties of aluminium. What is the color of aluminium vessel? It is silvery white metal. It has low density 2.7 and it is light. So the weightless, no? So it is, the aluminium vessels are weightless, and it is malleable and ductile. Malleable means it can be beaten into sheets, and you can make it a whatever instrument. You can make it an aeroplane, and you can make it a vessel. That is for by doing the malleable one. And ductileable, even the aluminium wires without breaking you can do it. That is ductile, and it is a good conductor of heat and electricity. So aluminium is conducting the heat and electricity. Its melting point is 660 degrees Celsius. So the melting point of aluminium is 660 degrees Celsius. It can be polished to produce shiny, attractive appearance. So the attractive of aluminium can be produced because of the shiny appearances. So we can, if we polish the aluminium, the shiny appearance will be occurred. So these are the physical properties of aluminium. They may ask in 4 marks or 2 marks. So first is silvery white metal and the low density and light 2.7, malleable and ductile, good conductor of heat and electricity. Melting point is 660 degrees Celsius, polished to produce shiny attractive appearance. Next we move on to the chemical properties of aluminium. Reaction with air. So the aluminium reacts with oxygen to form aluminium oxide, and the aluminium reacts with nitrogen to form aluminium nitride. And this aluminium is not, that is, there is no reaction when aluminium is treated with dry air. Okay, dry air on heating to 800 degrees Celsius only, these two reactions takes place to produce, that is the air is heated to 800 degrees Celsius. That time only you will get the aluminium oxide and aluminium nitride. Reaction with water. Water does not react with aluminium due to the layer of oxide on it. When the steam is passed over red hot aluminium, hydrogen is released. So that normally the water doesn't show any reaction with aluminium because the aluminium surface is coated with the oxide. Okay, but the steaming heat water, that time the aluminium can react with water to produce aluminium oxide. So you can see Al3 plus H2O gives aluminium oxide, and during that what gas is released? Hydrogen gas is released. Reaction with alkalis. So when aluminium reacts with NaOH, alkali is base, NaOH, it forms sodium meta-aluminate. So this we have seen in the Braze process, no? So aluminium reacts with alkali like sodium hydroxide, you will get sodium meta-aluminate. During this reaction, the hydrogen gas is liberated. So reaction with acids. Aluminium reacts with hydrochloric acid to form aluminium chloride. During this process also, what gas is released? Hydrogen gas is released. So whether it is a dilute or concentrated. So the what gas is released? So concentrated or dilute HCl, hydrogen gas is released. So aluminium is treated with concentrated or dilute HCl, it forms aluminium chloride and the gas hydrogen is released. Aluminium liberates hydrogen on the reaction with dilute sulfuric acid, but concentrated sulfuric acid, sulfur dioxide gas is released. You can see this is one reaction. When aluminium reacts with dilute sulfuric acid H2SO4, it forms aluminium sulfate. During that reaction, hydrogen gas is released. This is dilute. When aluminium treated with concentrated sulfuric acid H2SO4, it forms aluminium sulfate, but the sulfur dioxide gas is released during this reaction. When dilute or concentrated nitric acid, the aluminium was treated, there is no reaction due to the formation of oxide film on the surface. Due to this, the aluminium is passive here. As a reducing agent, aluminium as a reducing agent. So aluminium is a powerful reducing agent. When a mixture of aluminium powder and iron oxide is ignited, the latter is reduced to metal. This process is called aluminothermal process. So the iron oxide was heated with aluminium powder. What happened means the metal is reduced. That is called aluminothermic process. This they may ask in your 2 mark. This is nothing but the welding procedure. Okay. So the iron oxide Fe2O3 reacts with aluminium Al, gives iron plus that is aluminum oxide plus heat. During that, the heat is produced. So iron oxide reacts with aluminium, gives iron plus aluminium oxide plus water. This is an aluminothermic process because the Fe32 is reduced to metal here with when it reacts with aluminium. Okay. Uses. Aluminium is used in household utensils, electrical cable industry, making aeroplanes and other industrial machine parts. So these are the uses. This they may ask in your 2 marks. So household utensils is nothing but the vessels. Electrical cable industry, they are using it. The electrical in the cable industry also they are using this aluminium wires and making aeroplanes and other industries machine parts is also made from this aluminium. So hope you understood. If you have any doubts, post your doubts in the comment box. Give a thumbs up, share and subscribe to Science Easy Tech channel.